Good day, everyone. My name is Lushaba. I'm a teacher from Nkwelebantwana Full Service School in rural KwaZulu-Natal. I'm also a member of Reading to Learn team. The title of my presentation is Chocolate, Not Medicine, using storybooks and the Reading to Learn methodology to read and write with children at home. In this presentation, I'm going to discuss a small experiment that came about as a result of school disruptions during the pandemic. The Reading to Learn team attempted to adapt their methodology to make it more accessible to non-academically trained people, especially parents, and then a small group of parents and teachers try it out. Mem Fox, an Australian author of Reading Magic, says, "When I say to a parent, read to a child, I don't want to make it sound like medicine. I want it to sound like chocolate." We at Reading to Learn would like to add, it's not just to read to your children that should be like chocolate. It's reading with them as well. Because a supportive adult increases not just enjoyment, but increases the ability to understand and work effectively with text. What could be better to teach children to read than a beautifully illustrated storybook with an engaging storyline, with some humor and a fun lesson to be learned? Great books are the best way to get children to enjoy reading. At the beginning of the lockdown, we received some requests from parents who were at home with their children asking, "How can I read with my children? How can I help them carry on learning to read without their teacher?" Others asked for help with word list which they could teach their foundation phase kids. As Reading to Learn is text-based methodology, where we focus on a complete text rather than isolated words. Word lists seem a very dry and dull way to get children to read. Definitely medicine and not chocolate. We went out to adapt the Reading to Learn methodology using picture books for foundation phase children. Of course, you could do this using more complex books and stories for older children too. We wondered if we could make videos of our Reading to Learn methodology simple enough for parents to do with their children without having to undergo the extensive training we normally give to teachers. We wanted parents who were trying to help their children with reading to make this fun, make it chocolate and not medicine. What I'm sharing with you is not a research project, although we may work more on it over the next year and collect some qualitative and quantitative data. The feedback is all anecdotal, as this happened just by chance as a result of the lockdown. The Reading to Learn methodology is a set of powerful, systematic, and highly supportive strategies that enable all learners to read for meaning. It is based on the premise that the teaching of comprehension skills need to be built into teaching of reading from the earliest days. This is done by working with whole texts rather than sounds and isolated words. The methodology employs a simple six-stage cycle. You start with the text, and it's simple to adapt to any story. In our videos, we used Handa's Surprise, written and illustrated by Aileen Brown. In the first step, the parent helps the child by linking the context of the child to the context of the book. The story is about a little girl who sets off to take a basket of fruits to her friend, but on the way, the fruit is stolen by different animals. We ask the children questions about different fruits they like, and then give a summary of the story before reading it to and with the child. In the next step, we write a sentence from the story on a strip of paper or card and help the child read it till they can read it independently. We then ask the who questions or give synonyms to help children identify specific words in the text, and they cut off the strips. In the next step, the children jumble up the cut up words and word groups and reassemble the sentence. The parents help by asking the questions again. It is possible to teach spelling and play games with the words if you like. In the last step, the children rewrite the sentences using their own ideas. Parents help them brainstorm new ideas and they write their own version of the sentence. Then they can draw pictures, write more sentences, make their own book. The child can be supported to be an author and an illustrator themselves. An important point is that this doesn't all need to be done in one session, and praise and affirmation should be used throughout the session. So far, we have made two versions of the video, trying to make the reading to learn methodology as simple as possible. We have experimented with different formats and lengths, and at the moment we have two versions. We sent the videos to three different groups. Firstly, some teachers and parents associated with Nelson Mandela University project, most of whom were either Africans or isiXhosa speakers. We also sent it to teachers who have used the reading to learn methodology for different lengths of time. Finally, we sent it to some parents with foundation phase learners. The feedback we have had has been largely positive, but we received constructive criticism, which we will try and include in later versions. Videos were too long. There was too much teacher talk. We didn't make it clear that if either a parent or a child was frustrated, they should stop and come back and proceed later. This might be suitable for township children, but more difficult in rural areas where parents might not have enough schooling themselves to have the confidence to try this out. The issue of reading material was raised, and a suggestion was made that parents and children write down their own stories before practicing the methodology using sentences from it. The issue of teaching reading in agglutinated languages, where teachers feel sounds need to be taught before text, was raised as well. We were encouraged by a parent who responded, "This seems like a really fun way to teach. I'm going to try it." That's what the parent was saying. And a video of a little boy of 3 playing with the words his bigger brother had been reading. Let's see.
Very good. Then show me men.
Man.
Yes, very good. Then
In order to take this project further, we plan to make 2 or 3 short videos. Make the videos available in different languages. At the moment, we have the capacity to do this in Afrikaans and isiZulu. Also, to employ a mixture of screen capture, real-time video, and animation to make it more interesting. Make sure that videos are as small as possible, definitely smaller than the 64 megabytes limit for videos on WhatsApp. Make material for different stories and levels of stories available to interested parents via digital platforms, including WhatsApp. Our aim was to give parents the opportunity to make reading with their children pleasurable. Chocolate, not medicine. We wanted to show that any storybook could be used, not just graded readers or word lists. We strongly believe that there is nothing more powerful than a great story to help children read confidently. We hope that we have made this possible by offering these resources to parents and teachers. If you want to see the method in action with a class, tune in our YouTube channel, Reading to Learn or RTLSA. Thank you for listening. For further information, contact Reading to Learn South Africa or visit our website or drop us an email. Thank you very much for watching my presentation. Thank you.